Okay, here we are in Marsh, which, to be honest, is a map I've never seen before, actually. I've never seen this map. Oh, I've seen it once on stream. I've only seen this map once, and it was a streamed game. I did not play on it myself. So, this map is extremely new to me. But here on the left side, the good thing is this is a dedicated 4v4 map, so I actually know what the teams are. But we have XSXW underscore here in the teal playing as Renegades. His teammate right next to him is JustPlainSavage in the red playing as Marines. I believe he randomed it. FastEnder playing as Guardians in the lime green, and Q4 Shocks in the yellow playing as Renegades. Their opponents on the bottom left are in the lavender maoZd, Berimbolo in the hot pink playing as Cranioids, and also I should add that maoZd is playing as Guardians. RedHorse in the Renegades in the orange, and I skipped over lunatic-monster, who's here in the dark blue playing as Renegades. Okay. Yes, I'm probably just gonna end up reading his name as maoZd because I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Because whenever I see his name in my head, I think maoZd, but, yeah. On the other hand, there is the Donald John Trump player that I keep on wanting to just say Donald J. Trump. Kind of the opposite thing. In this case, I'm expanding his name. The other dude, I'm, like, contracting his name. Okay. So, yeah, it looks like, talking about expanding, let's see the expansion rates. Okay, so it looks like FastEnder's expanding outwards pretty fast. JustPlainSavage is trying to expand outwards, but he's Marine, so one, he has no need to do it. Well, he sort of can, but he doesn't have that much of a need to do it, and two, he can't do it very fast because Marines have the slowest building buildings. XXXW is starting to expand out pretty well, too. Yeah, all of our players in the bottom are expanding pretty decently. RedHorse expanding off to the side, going further now. Definitely doing better than XXSW, though, in terms of expansion rate. On the other hand, Okay. Yeah, it looks like our tech labs are mostly down for our Renegades players, at least. Let's see if the Guardians are any later. No tech for Berimbolo. Yeah, no, this is maoZd. Okay, no tech for him yet. I think he might have the least amount of buildings. I'm not sure. Yeah, no expansion from Berimbolo, actually, but that's not needed because he's able to take these without his buildings directly touching the area. Oh, wow, where's maoZd's tech? It's somewhere because he has a radar on the way. Oh, he might have sold it. He might have started the radar and sold the tech, which is a pretty nice move. Because a lot of Guardians don't really feel the need to build snipers or Scorch tanks. And so they just kind of skip the tech lab phase. And they sell it to conserve energy and get some money back. Mostly it saves some time because otherwise you'd be low power. Actually, he did go low power. Okay. So FastEnder, lots of cars. Does he have tech? Yeah. I don't think he can get tech with this many cars yet. Oh no, he does have tech now. Okay. Yeah, but that's still a lot of cars. Yeah, it looks like we are seeing some conflict here. JustPlainSavage, is he gonna go for the crush? He's going for the crush. There's not many non-infantry units. There's one tank, and besides that, all these things can be crushed. All those, but not many rocket infantry in that group. All the MG inf are dead, but the rocket inf are still around, and they are going to mostly get crushed. Last ogre is a low health, though, no shields left. FastEnder has joined the field, though, and is killing the tech lab. Has killed the tech lab. Now going to avoid Berimbolo's reinforcements. Looks like he's gonna go for the he's gonna go for power there. Lunatic-monster going to be in quite a bit of trouble. First losing the tech, so no longer able to build tanks, and next losing power. Might go into, if he goes into low power, this will deactivate. Okay, that wasn't enough to knock him to low power, partially thanks to the fact that the tech died and that took up 100 energy. This motor pool is also pretty much dead, so yeah, lunatic-monster's expansion rate was definitely hit hard there between JustPlainSavage and... I'm going to miss a lot of stuff going on here. On the other hand, it does look like there's a little bit of a conflict here between Q4 Shocks and maoZd, who is on Spectre and heavy drone tech now. That's interesting. Ooh, the APC is coming back from its long trip to somewhere, presumably running over infantry, which there are none in sight, so it was probably pretty successful, considering that, because I don't think there's a single infantry on the field left for Q4 Shocks. How am I supposed to say his name? Is it Q4SHOX, or like, is it like K Shocks, or is it just Q4 Shocks? Okay, yeah, it looks like, yeah, Q4 Shocks is definitely in trouble. FastEnder FastEnder has joined this front. JustPlainSavage is retreating. Meanwhile, RedHorse doing good on this front. Looks like I think he should join lunatic-monster here in the middle section. Or he should go attack at XSXW, because the weak links are definitely Q4 Shocks, XSXW, and lunatic-monster. I'm not exactly sure how bad lunatic-monster actually is, though, because to be fair, he's been he took a lot of damage from 2 players at once. But right now, maybe not in terms of skill, but right now, in terms of what he has, this is a weak link. On the other hand, though, Berimbolo is here to reinforce him, and Berimbolo didn't lose anything significant, and he's also on Stink Bug tech now. maoZd definitely doing good here. JustPlainSavage has retreated all the way here to help defend his ally. But Q4 Shocks has already lost so much. Has he lost his tech? I think he has. Yeah, so Q4 Shocks is basically just not on much right now. Meanwhile, XSXW is calling for an attack on Orange, who already has heavy tanks out on the field, actually. But yeah, I think the bottom team definitely has the advantage here because of their tech levels. I mean, you have heavy tanks from RedHorse. You have Mothership Blast Bug already for Berimbolo, who's about to encounter a large amount of Scorch tanks. If these Scorch tanks had managed to reach a bunch of structures unhindered, they would do tons of damage, but versus this army, I'm not quite as sure. On the other hand, they still are very tanky, despite the fact that their damage type is only optimal. Oh, they're just going, FastEnder is just running these units straight past. He's actually going to try to end this as fast as possible. Ignore the enemy army, go for the key tech, and that might be good. If he can get this destroyer pit if he heads in the right direction, but no, instead he's going to go for maoZd's side. Oh no! I think it's because he anticipated more defenses here, but if he had instead gone straight forward, he would have encountered the destroyer pit, would have been able to kill it, and that would have been critical. That would have done a lot of damage to Berimbolo. It would have taken him forever to rebuild it, and also it would have given his team, would have bought his team so much time. Looks like Berimbolo's actually calling units straight over here now. Yeah, it looks like FastEnder is focusing the HQ, which is going to weaken this front significantly. This is going to hit maoZd really hard, especially since Q4 Shocks is actually using the armored cars to kill the siege artillery, which is kind of funny. But between JustPlainSavage and Q4 Shocks, this front was already sort of crumbling. And now, after the Scorch tanks took out the HQ, not being able to take out the tech though, and the most critical thing is they did not hit the destroyer pit. The fact that the destroyer pit is still alive, that motherships are still being produced, is going to haunt the North team for a long time. Looks like RedHorse is starting to move out. Okay, what's going on here? XSXW has a lot of units, but he doesn't have nearly the tech level of RedHorse. Berimbolo has been allowed to expand like crazy. Holy crap. And it looks like JustPlainSavage and Berimbolo have encountered each other. JustPlainSavage, I think, is taking the wise choice of falling back, asking Q4 Shocks to fall back too. On the other hand, maoZd, despite the loss of his HQ, did manage to produce a large amount of heavy drones. He has rebuilt his HQ over here in a safer location. I still think, okay, FastEnder is moving out with another Scorch Tank rush. Hopefully this time he manages to hit the destroyer pit. Looks like Berimbolo's army is, where is it? It's out of position to defend this. No, FastEnder looks like he's going for... What is he going for? Is he going for harvesters? Scorch tanks are not good versus harvesters, actually. They're not efficient. Like, they're tanky. They might be able to kill them, this many, but it's going to be a waste of time. It'd be much better to take out some critical tech. Okay, he's looking to take out lunatic-monster's tech, I think. Or is he going for RedHorse? Either way, okay, if he can find the if he can find the nuke tech, it'd be okay. But otherwise, I don't think... Oh, gosh. He's heading in this direction. Okay, it looks like JustPlainSavage is calling GG, but actually, there is one more hope for... There's one hope for the North team, and it's that FastEnder... FastEnder, he needs to take the... He's taking the nuke tech out first. Next, he's going to go for the tech lab, and no... Yeah, he's going to go for Tech Lab, Radar, and then HQ. If he does this, he basically takes RedHorse... He semi-takes RedHorse out of the game, although he takes RedHorse's production out of the game, but RedHorse still has the existing army, which is crushing XSXW. The problem here is, despite the fact that FastEnder killed an HQ and now killed all this critical tech, he hasn't been able to contribute much to the front line. And just in the end, it wasn't worth it. Ah, gosh. Q4 Shocks not being able, trying to get back in the game, but all of a sudden being met with Berimbolo here with his Destroyer Mothership Blast Bug army, which is frankly not something that's easy to deal with. Looks like maoZd is gonna lose his HQ again, and it looks like lunatic-monster is also gonna lose an HQ, but that's not gonna be enough because the existing army is already so big. JustPlainSavage has GG'd, and he was pretty much all that was left for the North team. Also, Q4 Shocks. Q4 Shocks and JustPlainSavage were the only ones who really contributed to the team's front line. FastEnder did contribute a lot by killing critical structures, but he didn't do it. 1, he didn't do it early enough. 2, he didn't hit the correct building. And 3, he didn't contribute anything besides Scorch Tanks, and as a result, he wasn't able to, despite the fact that he was able to take out critical tech structures, it was too late, because look at all these heavy tanks. Those Scorch Tanks are not going to kill these heavy tanks. Those Scorch Tanks are not going to kill the Destroyer and the Blast Bugs. The Scorch Tanks are not going to kill the Motherships. Where are the motherships? Oh, they're all... Oh my gosh, there's a lot of them. And so, yeah, FastEnder, last person on his team alive, but really he doesn't have anything that really threatens his opponents besides Scorch Tanks. I like how XSXW is asking him to do his best right now, but that's clearly not enough. I don't see what Scorch Tanks can do versus heavy drone mothership blast bug heavy tank. Okay, so yeah, it looks like the North team has GG'd here. That was actually a really good game. It lasted a lot. I mean, the game before this, it was a lot clearer who was winning early on. While this one went back and forth a couple times, there were a couple distinct fronts. FastEnder was doing some really fun stuff to watch, but it just didn't get the job done because it came in too late. And if he had just moved his first, Scorch Tank rush straight forwards, I think the reason he didn't do that is because he thought there'd be less defenses this way, which is true. But I don't think he expected the Destroyer Pit to be right here. But if he had happened to go in this direction, the direction he was originally headed in, he would have gotten, he might have won his team the game off of that. I mean, he might not have won his team the game, but he would have gave JustPlainSavage the opportunity to possibly win the game, and also would have given Q4 Shocks a little more time to recover and possibly be able to back up JustPlainSavage. While on the other hand, if he had hit RedHorse's critical tech earlier, that also could have saved XSXW, which might have allowed him to get into the field, maybe assisting JustPlainSavage. On the other hand, I definitely think the Destroyer Pit was the most critical thing. Destroyer Pit, and then right next to it is an HQ to Tech Lab. He could have taken the Destroyer Pit HQ Tech Lab or Destroyer Pit HQ research facility, and that would have been really good. That would have given his team it wouldn't have won his team the game, but it would have bought them enough time for JustPlainSavage and Q4 Shocks to possibly accomplish something.